All right, full guide to betting the NFL draft. It is Thursday. Man, I just get excited for this time of year. I love the NFL draft. Love betting the NFL draft. Before we jump into that, my name's Cody. Thank you for watching. Hey, go ahead and check out the skillofchance.wordpress.com. That is my little blog area. That's where I put my free picks, and then before picks come up, instead of posting a YouTube video, I'll jump right on there and I'll go ahead and post. And I have a long article going into detail about betting the NFL draft, and I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about that now in this video. First off, know that you're not betting the NFL draft for profit. I mean, there's no easy way to make a profit unless you bet one prop that's minus 5,000, as I mentioned. If you bet one, congratulations, you'll make a penny. The NFL draft is incredibly difficult to bet, but betting on it does make it a lot more fun. And if you can nail a couple props here and there that are plus money or whatever, maybe you got a chance at breaking even, which I've done a few times. And when you break even, it's considered a win. The props are absolutely ridiculous. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Calvin Ridley, 19.5, over or under his draft position. Now, that number is pretty much based on the Cowboys who pick at 19. We've seen their offseason this year. It's been based more around making the offense more of a deck-friendly offense. Also, Baltimore sitting at 16 and Chicago sitting at 8. Those are two picks also for Ridley if they don't go offensive lineman with Chicago, or Sutton for Baltimore. So Ridley at 19.5. 19 is the under on that is minus 119. Those odds aren't too bad. I'm going to go ahead and take the under on that one. I think he ends up going to the Cowboys, and if not, there's 2 or even 3 teams that would be interested in him. I think the odds are fantastic on that. Which team selects Baker Mayfield? This prop is ridiculous. Dolphins plus 331, Bengals plus 702, Ravens plus 634, and the Cardinals at 828. If you're insistent on taking this pick, obviously you're not taking Field at minus 450. You're not making any money. So that leaves us with these 4 teams. And the only team that really makes sense to me based off roster and draft position is Miami. And Miami is plus 331, like I said. And that kind of makes sense. I don't love that pick. If you're not in Oklahoma and you feel the need to take this pick, then you're probably a degenerate, and you need to seek help for that. There's no reason to take this prop. Number of QBs drafted in the first round, over under 5.5. The over is plus 170, and the under is minus 230. Now, minus 230 is not too bad if you did want to take the under, and that seems to be what's probably going to happen. But I can talk us right into the over, no problem. There are 6 quarterbacks that are late first or first to early second round talent. Obviously, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Mason Rudolph, and LaVar Jackson. Now, they're not all, like I said, they're not all first-round talent. Now, your 3 teams that are locks to take quarterbacks for sure are the Browns, Jets, and Bills. Now, there's 4 or 5 other teams that are probably in the market to take a QB. Now, is it early? I don't know. That's up to you to make your decision. Giants, Broncos, Dolphins, Cardinals, and Patriots, right? So that's 8 teams that I've counted up there. There's a chance. I think there's a better than none chance that one of them jumps in on Rudolph, and that would make it 6. The over at plus 170, I tend to like. Lamar Jackson, over under 16.5, his draft position. The over is minus 264. The under is plus 190. The minus 264 is just not worth it. I won't pay for that. Miami, Baltimore, and Arizona are sitting at under 16.5. Shoot your shot. I don't really know what to tell you. I'm not sure if he's worth trading up for, but I think there's a greater than none chance that someone slides up to try to get him. We've seen the Patriots have been interested in him lately, and they got 2 1s and 2 2s, I think. So keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and roll with the under 16.5, and that's plus 190. And that 16.5, of course, is a pretty spot-on number. Total defensive players drafted in the first round. The over is minus 200. Those aren't bad odds. If you want to take that pick, go ahead and shoot your shot and take the over. Will the top 3 picks all be QBs? Yes at plus 128. No at minus 155. Love this prop. I really do like this prop a lot. Now, the top 3, Browns, Jets, Giants. Or Browns, Giants, Jets? Yeah, anyway. I've been looking at this for way too long. I'm starting to get crazy. I think it's only 2, right? For the reason that it's going to go QB, running back, QB, or QB, QB, running back, right? The Jets are sitting there at 3, banking on if the Giants do take Saquon off the board, then they'll go ahead and roll with the quarterback. But I do believe if the Jets have a shot at Saquon, they're going to take him. Bottom line is Saquon's going in the top 3, and I truly do believe that. So we'll roll with the no at minus 155. Shaquem Griffin will be drafted in round number. This is ridiculous. This one is. First round's plus 6,000, second round's plus 1,500, third round's plus 175, and the field is minus 400. At least they could do, right? It just give me like the fourth round. Give me the fourth round at even money, minus 140, minus 150. I'll take that all day. They didn't do that, and obviously we're anticipating he's a late third, early fourth, and we can see that with the odds too. Second jumps from plus 1,500, third jumps to plus 175. Big discrepancy in there. Obviously they're anticipating late third, early fourth. We'll say someone's going to take a shot on him and take him a little bit early, get a little bit antsy. I think they have to have him. So we'll roll with third at plus 175. First QB taken in the 2018 NFL Draft. The Browns are doing a great job this draft, and I don't know if I've ever said that before. Originally, it was just Darnold. Darnold was originally just the guy, right? And then they said, well, it could be Darnold or it could be Rosen. I mean, it's one of those two. And then Rosen said, I'm not going to play there. And then we're like, okay, well, then it's just back to Darnold. Then it was Darnold and Allen, and now Allen's kind of the talk of the town here. What's the problem? I don't think they mess it up. I really don't. But here's the way you play this prop, a little bit different. I think you go Darnold and Allen. Darnold is, I guess I didn't give you the odds, did I? Darnold is minus 280, Allen's plus 150, Rosen's at 25.50, Mayfield at plus 791, and the field is 64.39. I think it's a no-brainer. You have to take the minus 280 and the plus 150. You make money there either way. I think it's a good bet. First wide receiver taken in the 2018 NFL Draft. Ridley at minus 225, Christian Kirk at 22.32, Moore at plus 302, Sutton at 201, and Washington at plus 20.47, with the field sitting at plus 36.40. Bears, Ravens, and Cowboys have the first few teams that'll probably take a receiver early. Ridley seems to be the no-brainer here at minus 225. But I do believe there's a chance that Sutton goes early. The Bears seem to have a lot of interest in him, and so do the Cowboys, but I think both of them have an interest in case Ridley's off the board early. Maybe go with both at minus 225 and then Sutton at plus 201. I think that's a pretty safe bet there. First DB taken in the NFL Draft, Fitzpatrick at minus 143, the stud out of Alabama. I think he goes to Tampa at 7. I think that's a no-brainer. That's kind of just been the talk of this area, is that he's the guy coming in. Denzel Ward's gotten a lot of hype lately, and Derwin James as well out of Florida State has made a lot of hype lately, but I do believe Fitzpatrick's the easy pick. Alabama players taken in the first round. So initially when I looked at this, I saw over under 3.5. A 3.5 is the number. Over is minus 350, and the under is plus 250, and I counted it up, and I was really confused because initially we just had Fitzpatrick, Ridley, and Evans being the only player, Alabama talent that I thought was going in the first round. Now everyone's talking about Deron Payne, who's a big defensive tackle, and I mean he's sliding up the boards, but I like the under 250, the under at plus 250. I think that one's a fine pick, but of course I didn't know anything about this Deron Payne guy. I had to look into it a little bit. Wide receivers taken in the first round, over under 2.5. The over is sitting at plus 111, and the under is sitting at minus 146. I think Ridley and Sutton are the only two that are going to go in the first round. The under 146, minus 146, great odds. I think for a favored pick, minus 146 is safe. And running backs taken in the first round, 1.5 is the number. The over is minus 200. The under is plus 155. Obviously, we see everyone getting all antsy with these with the running backs, and how the running backs are changing the game for the good, all that stuff. But I think the league might start recognizing that they're getting them late. Kamara came out late, second or third round pick, right? So that's tough to say. The over is minus 200. Saquon for sure. Sony Michel late first is a possibility. I just don't know if they look at Sony Michel as a game changer, but for me, I'll roll with I didn't actually give a pick on this one. I'll go with the under at plus 155, banking on Michel sliding into the second round and then people going crazy and trading up for him. So that's all the props we got. Thanks for watching. My name's Cody. Like I said, skillachance.wordpress.com and ctibbs81 on Twitter. I appreciate you watching.